So, once again, thank you to Rod Taylor, one of the Motorsport UK stewards there, for giving us an insight into what his job is. And don't forget, if you want to know more about how you can get involved behind the scenes in the British Karting Championship or karting in general, please go to www.motorsportuk.org. Next point of order on the circuit, Anthony, would be Junior TKM.
It is indeed.
Now, I would normally say it'd be nice to have a nice stable race so we can calm down after that Cadet Army affair.
That is not going to happen, and we all know that.
No, absolutely not. And nor do we want it to, because this has been a fantastic class, and this year the crop of talent in it looks very good indeed. Alistair Cresswell for the Tim Wilson Motorsport team. I've got starting from pole position. Tim Wilson Motorsport, the only team in the paddock where Tim's dog actually runs the show. He's the the most important person in the team, and the one with the biggest brain as well. Harvey Cole starts alongside Alistair Cresswell. Louis Harvey in third for the Classen Motorsport team, and Dominic Roberts starts on the outside of row 2.
Row 3, that will be James Barty in the Precision Racing's Tyco chassis. Then it's Harvey Roth in rounding out the third row. Ben Higgins on the fourth row with Alfie Garford, the number 88. Then
There's Ben. Look at that on the screen.
Yeah.
And the big thank you to Stu down on the semi-grid there. He's getting dizzy. There is Ben Cox, number 82. Now, there was a driver back a long time ago in the Hobart Champions, Landau International Raceway, who wore number 82 as well, and was just as successful as Ben Cox, honest. Yes.
Wasn't you, was it?
Well, I couldn't possibly comment. There's Jack Saunders, number 32. Oh, Jack. He starts on the outside of row 5. Reese Lomax for Classen Motorsport there on row number 6, alongside Dominic Kilminster, 8th in last year's championship, trying to go not 1 better, not 2, but 7 better this year.
Aidan Mitchell, one of the privateers, and the number 14 starting on the 7th row with Jake Almansor, in the 92. And then Leon Frost in the 59, starting on row 8 with Freya Woodall in the 99. Then Olivia Jenkins.
Olivia Jackins.
Olivia Jackins. It's been a long day. It's quite warm in this commentary box. And the number 48 in the 9th row.
Oh.
Charlie King in 26th.
Kyle Casabanti and Freddie Hull. Look at that view. That is what you want to see. Blue skies, green fields, karts on track.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Oh.
Or one kart not on track.
All but one.
That's Jake Almasawi having a few issues getting started. And will Jake get going, or will they sort of hold him at the exit of the dummy grid and then release him as the drivers take the start line? Or because the rest of the field are coming around Kestrel Corner now, up the laser straight. As our drone camera. Look at the paddock here with all the big awnings and the teams. And have to remind everybody that, of course, you must wear a mask everywhere in the paddock. Lights are not out.
Ooh, false start this time around. So
I'm going to keep my eye on the exit of pit lane to see if Almasawi comes out.
You've got it on the screen now.
Oh, hello. No. Good camera. Oh, it looks as though the wagon will not roll.
No. That's a huge shame then for the 92 of Jake.
Yep. So we're down to 19 runners. Through the, you can see the various circuit layouts here they use at Kimbolton. There's Derek's corner. Now they're coming into Dan Weldon corner here. And of course, so Dan Weldon, his mum Sue used to be the lap scorer here at Hunt's Kart Racing Club for many years. It was the late Dan Weldon, and certainly the late Sue Weldon as well now. But the Weldon family, and again, Dan's son Sebastian Weldon was here practicing at the start of the year before the world turned on its head. And Katie McQueen was actually doing some driver coaching with Sebastian Weldon over the Croc team earlier this year, back in the winter. And so, the Weldon name's synonymous with Kimbolton and the Hunt's Kart Club. Second time of asking, are we go this time? The answer is yes. It's a great start from Alistair Cresswell, who takes the lead going into turn number 1. Louis Harvey in kart number 3 follows him through into second place. So Harvey Cole on the outside of row 1 slots into third. Everybody safely through the first couple of corners together, and 19 cars who started this race all make their way down towards Derek's corner on the first lap, with Cresswell leading for the Tim Wilson Motorsport team.
Yep, great start then from the entire field. Second time around, of course. The first time, obviously, we did go around again, so very naughty, but here we go. Fact again, it's always been the junior TKM that have done it today.
Well, yeah, they're all excitable. See?
Yeah, they are all excited.
They can't wait to get going.
Yes, they go before they're supposed to. But anyway, as they go now through the field, again, a nice close group of battle. We're already starting to see in a group of 5 starting to pull away at the front, then a group of 2. Then it's the rest of the field that slot through. Lap 1 complete. And there we go. There's the order. It is on your screen. Questwell, Harvey, Cole, Roberts, Saunders. Then it's Barty, Roth, Higgins. Then it's Garford, Lomax, and Kilminster. They're the top 11 at the moment, out on track. Less than 14 minutes left on the clock.
Yes, but look, the comments are still coming in thick and fast on the social media chat side of things. And Harvey Roth, the driver from West Sussex, the M2 Computing Limited sponsored driver from West Sussex, is getting a lot of love on our social media chat at the moment. But it's still Cresswell, and again now Ben Cox. Oh, here's first change the lead. Harvey Cole, the number 62 Kart, takes the lead away, and Cresswell ran very wide going through Stowe Corner there. He was inches away from getting sucked into the tyre barriers. He's lost 3 or 4 places, and he's having to defend going into Derek's corner now because he was offline. He had his momentum spoiled. There's number 3 Kart of Louis Harvey. Louis Harvey comes around there. He's in 3rd place. It's a Litchfield Motorsport 1-2 at the moment with Harvey Cole and Dominic Roberts in the number 44 Kart in P2. They come out of Kestrel Corner down towards Kimbolton Corner. Louis Harvey up into P2 for number 3 on lap 3. Now lap 4.
There we go.
There we go. Luckily, I can count. Luckily, I can count from 1 to 5 because that ran off the lips seamlessly. That did.
Yeah, you did well there. 12.5 minutes left on the clock.
And somehow, despite all that battling, the top 5 have managed to get a breakaway.
They have, yes.
Top 4 even.
Here's the number 32 looking down the inside though and gets the job done. So that's Saunders moving up on Roberts for 3rd place. Now that gives Cole and Harvey a little bit more breathing space as they go through Weldon Corner onto the TKM straight. As they break now again, swooping this fast left-hander, not running too wide, got to avoid those tyres.
Yep, out the corner now there, towards onto the high straights to complete another lap. 12 minutes to go. Cole signalling to Louis Harvey saying, let's go, let's push together, let's work together. Louis Harvey thinks, I'll better that, yeah. Because Louis Harvey will agree to that because he knows that Harvey Cole is quick enough to win races. Harvey Cole won both heat races, so it's not as though Louis Harvey's thinking to himself, oh, there's no way you've got the pace to lead. We're only going to get sucked back into a big battle. Harvey's thinking, yeah, no, you have got the pace. You've got winning pace, so let's see if we can work together and try and push away from the group behind. Saunders in 3rd place in number 32. Then it's Roberts in the number 44 Kart. Behind Roberts is the number 9 of Barty and then the number 36 of Harvey Roth. Then there's a gap back to 7th place. Ben Higgins in 7th. Cresswell, the poleman, early leader, down to 8th. Then it's Lomax 9th. Garfield is 10th. And Ben Cox in 11th place. So again, not quite sure what's happened there because he was pole. He had bad luck. He went from 20th in the pre-final all the way up to 10th inside the first 3 laps. But then that's where it seems to where he has sort of evened himself out and can't get that next sort of bridge, that next gap up into the front runners. Oh, as I say that, there goes the number 82 Kart, jumping outside from the back of the number 52 Reece Lomax to pick up a position. No, he doesn't. He stays 11th ahead of Kilminster, Frost, Casabante. Then it's Hull, Jakes, Mitchell, King, and Freya Woodall.
Yep, and then of course the one driver didn't make it to the circuit, the 92. Which again, huge shame. Yeah, massive. I definitely don't want that before the final. So.
Yeah, Jake Almasawi sadly watching his teammates from the side of the circuit. But still, Louis Harvey content to follow the race leader.
Yes. 10 minutes left on the clock. Still plenty of time left. Still a long way to go. And you can see this group of 3 still battling away. Fastest lap, James Barty, 43.590.
And so also getting plenty of love on Ben Cox and Jack Saunders. But so basically all the lead group really have got, supporters out there watching, and all these drivers have got family members because of course you're only allowed 2, there's a driver plus 2 people allowed at the circuit.
Yes.
So you've got a lot more family members and friends who would normally be here, extended family members, aunties, uncles, nans, granddads, brothers, sisters, and what have you, watching on the live stream at home. And thank you very much for joining us. action's been great. I can only apologise about the commentary.
Yeah, it's been a long day today, hasn't it? Without a spot where we can rest and do that. Yeah, it's been a busy day of fun racing.
And I mean, the people in the paddock are loving the nice hot weather.
Yes.
But when you're in a glass encased box like we are, it is not so pleasant, shall we say. But we shall battle manfully on in the hope that at least the food wagon will be open at the end of the day, so that we can sate our appetites before one of us passes out, because I'm wasting away here, you know. Back to the track, the action. 3 karts have got really good breakaway at the moment. The 62 of Cole, the 3 of Harvey, and the 32 of Saunders. Then it's a gap back to 4th place driver James Barty, and 5th place Harvey Roth, 6th is Dominic Robertson, 7th on his own is Ben Higgins. Then it's Ben Cox now up to 8th place ahead of Alfie Garford and Dominic Kilminster, with Rhys Lomax slipping to 11th and Leon Frost in that second group of karts, some 5 seconds behind the leaders in 12th place. Out of the final corner to complete lap number 9, 8.5 minutes to go.
Yep, this group of 3 here looking like the quickest out there at the moment as they head round Stowe corner. As we start lap 10 here at Kimbolton for the Junior TKM final. Race 25 of the day, and Jack Saunders, a new fastest lap of the race, 43.470 in the number 32, in 3rd place there on your screen. And again, wanting to get past, but again, not yet. There's still plenty of time. They've got a good gap. They could battle now. They've got the buffer for it. But do you want to?
Yeah,
probably not.
I mean, it's difficult for now for Jack Saunders, because obviously he's got the fast lap of the race. You know, if he is quicker, he stays behind these two, he loses that little bit of momentum. But again, if he's happy that the 2 leaders are just as quick as him, he will sit behind. But again, you don't want to sort of get... It's easy when you catch a driver who's a little bit slower than you and you don't make that initial pass, you can sort of get sucked into running at their pace, you know, when you know you can go quicker. But of course, you haven't got the track position, and you then get sort of sucked into a long, drawn-out battle. But he seems to be happy to sit, like you said, Anthony, just happy to sit and wait. He's looking down there just to sort of make a little adjustment there to maybe the jet, or not the carb or the fuel mixture or something like that, the airflow into these TKM engines. It's remarkable what the drivers have to think about as well as they're driving.
Yes.
You know, they're going to keep their engines running as cleanly as possible, depending on what part of the race they're in, depending on what part of the track they're on, and depending on whether they're in clean air or whether they've got a kart in front of them. Because, of course, if you're sat right behind a kart, then you're not getting that fresh air into it, which means the kart gets warmer and warmer and warmer.
And there's not much to these TKM engines. I'm pretty much aware. I had a friend of mine a few years ago who used to race here at Kimbolton in the TKM class, and Kieran McDonald was a very quick driver who won many races, and he was saying that the engines of these, they're actually very simple. There's barely anything to them. It's a piston and away you go.
You've just got to keep them singing along, as it were. There was a shot of Ben Cox on the Gillard chassis. Now Ben is up at the 8th position, and he's chasing down the number 80, he's at the 9th position rather, he's chasing down the number 88 of Alfie Garford. Now, here we have the first break at the front. So, behind the leaders, in fact 2.3 seconds behind the leaders, Barty in 4th place, he's got Harvey Roth in 5th right behind him. Then Dominic Roberts now in the number 44 kart is struggling to keep pace with the second group. He's in 6th position, and he has got Higgins behind him in 7th, and a big 2-second gap back to Garford in 8th and Cox in 9th, with Kilminster down in 10th position, a further 8 seconds down there. Now Alistair Cresswell has fallen, so we saw there was a white flag on the track which signals a slow-moving vehicle.
Yes.
And sadly, very sadly, that slow-moving vehicle was Alistair Cresswell, who's obviously been off, got back on, because he's running out there at the moment he's in last place, 18th place, but his lap time last round was a 44.0, half a second off the leader's pace, so he's back up to speed, so he's obviously had a spin. So went from pole position, leading the race, to then getting muscle back to about 8th or 9th, and then overcooking things, trying to make up a place to get back into contention, spinning, and he's now last. That is not a good race, sadly, for Alistair Cresswell. Harvey Cole still leads. Here's the view out of the final corner. Cole, Harvey and Saunders. Yeah, Harvey Cole, Louis Harvey, and then Jack Saunders. They go through the willows. Now, only 2 drivers chasing them. That is Barty and Roth. Higgins has got past Roberts for 6th position, but they're over a second behind the 4th and 5th place karts. So, 4 minutes to go. Potentially just 3 for the win now.
Yeah, so those top 3, they have seriously opened up quite a large gap, haven't they? And the 2 behind them, of course, like you said, there's only 8 wheels behind. Much more up in front as well with the 3 of them. So the 62 leading the way. Harvey Cole, then Louis Harvey. Jack Saunders absolutely nose to tail as they go through turn 1 and make their way onto the infield straight. Again, absolutely bumper to bumper, a bit of contact between the first 2 as well. Got to be careful that they don't make too much contact though.
Yep, that's but that reminds you of the skill of these drivers. They've got that drop-down nose cone, the bracket there, but they still are aware of just how much pressure they can apply to the kart in front to work both their karts' advantages, And of course, this is happening at these junior TKM karts are doing over 60 miles an hour. Their lap times 43 seconds, so the 44 seconds per lap. 3 minutes to go. Still no change up front. Cole, Harvey, and Saunders in that order. So it's the Litchfield Motorsport Tony kart of Harvey Cole, the Klassen Motorsport ARC kart of Louis Harvey, and then the privateer driver Talco chassis, Saunders in first. So 3 different operations, 3 different chassis in the top 3 positions. There's Barty in 4th in the number 9 kart with Roth behind him, and Higgins has closed in kart number 20. So Ben Higgins, again another Klassen Motorsport driver, in 6th place, and he has caught them because at one point Barty and Roth had a bit of a break, but Higgins has caught them, and then it is Roberts in 7th place, and you can't see Ben Cox in 8th because Ben Cox is another 2+ seconds behind. 2¼ minutes remaining. Here are the leaders. Oh no, is that a green flag? That's a green flag waving at the entrance to Dan Weldon corner because somebody has gone off on the exit of Derrick's, and the kart getting dragged out of the way.
Yes, very swiftly so by the...
that was Freddie Hull. So fast Freddie Hull out of the race. In the number 24 kart there is the Precision Racing Machine, sadly going no further. So we're down to 18 drivers. Alistair Cresswell still in 18th place, but he's 20 seconds behind the rest of the field at the moment after his spin. As Barty holding off now, a move there. Higgins up to 5th position, Roth down to 6th.
Yep.
And a change for the lead.
Yep, so that's the number 3 of Louis Harvey, who's managed to claw back up another position now into the lead. So now that time is getting to this 92nd spot remaining. This is where we're going to start to see the defensive moves come in. This is where we're going to see drivers start to attack. Now that gap is fairly extensive, 3.6 seconds. Just to see what it is going to be like when these drivers cross the line. Is it going to have come down? Is it going to be going up? You see someone getting ploughing the back of the field there.
Farmer ploughing his field.
He is indeed.
On a Sunday afternoon.
I know. We've got perfect seat to watch this fantastic racing. Less than a minute then to go on the clock. 2 groups of 3.
Here we go. Louis Harvey begins. Harvey defends from Harvey, but it's Louis Harvey defending from Harvey Cole. And now we'll see. So 3.3 seconds. Ben Higgins up into 4th place. He has got past Roth, and he's got past Barty now. So Higgins in the number 20 kart on a move. There he is in that leading the second pack of karts. The gap was over 3 seconds, but 30 seconds to go. We're not going to get the last lap board this time around, but Louis Harvey now is starting to defend. So how quickly can that gap come down? Across the start-finish line, into Stowe Corner we go. Saunders takes a really wide line into Stowe Corner. He's still on the outside line, but Harvey Cole cuts him back across, and through the willows we go. But we'll see defence after defence from now on.
Yep, Saunders there's no one behind him, so he's trying to take the quicker line through the corners to try and get momentum, to try and get his nose up at the inside here. Can't quite do it this time, that time. Alfie Garford in the 88, fastest time, 43.4. So he's pretty quick out there. Again, another quick look over the shoulder. He can nose now. He can go right to the outside here, swoop to the outside, try and get the switchback here, which has been the favourite move so far of the day. Into the final corner, can't quite do anything here as they exit to the final corner onto the start-finish straight again. He pulls out the gap, looks to the outside here, goes for that wide line on the final lap. Here we go.
Yep, and the next group are not going to catch them, and there goes Saunders from third, Saunders to second,
Oh,
with
contact.
Harvey, wheel to wheel, Harvey spears off the track, and now Saunders and Cole get together, and Louis Harvey gets back on the track in the lead. There was wheel to wheel contact there. Harvey had to go across the tarmac there, off the track. And I was going to say the pack behind are not going to catch them because they're having a tremendous scrap for fourth position. But Louis Harvey now under pressure from Jack Saunders. It was Saunders, an audacious move, almost got in the lead. Then there was wheel-to-wheel contact, and of course rear wheel hit rear wheel. Harvey then was jettisoned over the tarmac as they come to the line. Who's it going to be? It's going to be Louis Harvey by 0.04 of a second, and a handshake there from Jack Saunders. They were wheel-to-wheel going into the final corner. Ooh, that was a very potentially dramatic moment. There's the rest of the field coming across the line, but Anthony, I have to say that that was almost the move of the day from Jack Saunders, almost.
It almost was, I have to agree. It was almost two positions that through the one corner, swooped right to the outside, got the best momentum through the corner and tried to switch back. A little bit of contact through the thing, through the exit of the corner. Now, all looking well now.
Shaking hands there, and there's a Harvey Roth or James Barty coming over to make have a little look there. But the top five: Harvey, Saunders, Cole, Roth, Barty, your top five. Robertson sixth, Higgins seventh, Garford eighth, Ben Cox ninth, Kilminster rounds out the top 10. Good run for Olivia Jackins there to come home in 11th place. Very good indeed. She started all the way back in 17th place. And there is a look at the rest of the finishers at the end of the Junior TKM final. We've still got TKM Extreme and then Junior and Senior X30 to go. There is your winner, Louis Harvey, pushing his cart back to the paddock area and goes over. Now he's going to go over and see, who's he going to find? Is he going to find Mum and Dad out there, or his mechanic? Well, I think Chris is mechanicking for him this weekend. But Louis Harvey, there's Chris, and again, you know, Chris and Charlene Harvey there, very supportive, as are all the parents here. There's no one else in the paddock can say, my mum and dad are bodybuilders. Yes, but very successful ones as well. Very decorated both in the UK and abroad in various bodybuilding competitions. Myself and Anthony Jordan thought about doing some bodybuilding work, but then we thought, oh, but a curry on a Saturday night is far better. A curry and a few beers on a Saturday night is far better than slaving away in a gym trying to look ripped. So, Junior TKM. Again, a very strong grid, maybe not as large as in seasons past, but the talent on show nonetheless exceptional. Thank you very much. Now we've got the leading rookie in the championship, finishing 8th overall, Alfie Garford. Well done, Alfie. And I've just noticed something that there. So, top 3 time now, and finishing in 3rd position. Again, the top 3 separated by just 0.6 of a second. 3rd place for Litchfield Motorsport, Harvey Cole. So a double heat winner, but only 3rd in the final. Finishing 2nd, and the top privateer, that is Jack Saunders. So 2 trophies for Jack, but 1 trophy, the most important trophy, and a voucher courtesy of Talco. Your winner today for Klassen Motorsport, Louis Harvey. Again, we'll have a quick chat. Oh, there's Chris is going to smile for Chris. You can't see his eyes through the hair. Oh dear. First of all, a great final, I think all 3 of you, plus there were several more involved. Talk us through the final. How happy are you to have taken the win here?
Well, yeah, I'm very happy. I mean, the final was good. Me, Harvey and Jack pushed away, got a gap. So we had a decent gap so we could start battling on the last 3 laps. And then it was good, hard, fair racing at the end, and we came out on top.
Now talk us, going into the last lap, I think that Jack was trying an absolutely superb move around the outside. There was a little bit of wheel-to-wheel contact going through the willows.
Yeah, I led into the first corner, and then Jack was just up the inside, and we ended up hitting, but there's no advantage gained, and we stayed in front.
No problems, and congratulations then. So, and a good then relaxing last half a lap home?
Yeah, not really. Still had to work for it.
Well, congratulations, well done. Your junior TKM podium and winner, Louis Harvey.